We'll use the Ravin R9 for this exercise here, and we're going to shoot targeted a 50 yards laser at a 1-inch target dot on that clean cardboard down there right now. We'll have shots in it later on. I'm just going to shoot one shot. We'll use bolt 7 off of this here. I'm not going to shoot 2 off the lead sled without the lead. Okay. Then I'm going to may shoot 2 off of this. Okay. Same distance, 50 yards. Not going to fool with a scope. We're going to see what happens, POI wise. Okay. Then I'm going to bring my truck over here. We'll shoot the same distance off of a pillow. And I'm going to have this pillow resting under the actual forearm of this bow, okay? And if time permits, I'm going to shoot 2 shots sitting in a dove seat off of this right here. Again, this will be under the forearm of the bow, okay? Under the actual, in this area, maybe you see what I'm pointing at, in this area right in here. Not up under this rail right here, but under the forearm, okay? Using this trigger stick. And we'll just see what happens with the POI. We'll be cocked with that pin in that position on all shots in this video, okay? Shot off of the sled without the lead, okay, at 50 yards. We'll go down here and take a look at it. Now there is a little wind down here. It's not too bad, or I wouldn't be doing this. Number 1 off of the lead sled. Okay. And now we're going to go off of the field pod next with 2 shots. Field pod is down range. It looked like to me it got awful close to that dot. There she is. I'll shoot 1 more with the field pod. Off with a field pod, still bolt 7 at a laser 50 yards. Now, it looked like to me she was dead on line just like the first shot, but just a tad low. But now remember, I'm having to use shoulder pressure here a little on this versus that old lead sled. Okay, so there may be a little more inconsistencies there. Let y'all look at it. 2 off the field pod, a little bit low, still dead center. Next up, I'm just going to go ahead and fire 1 off using this trigger stick at 50 yards, sitting in this dove seat right here. Now, my personal opinion, that Ravin bow sounded noisier when I shot it off that trigger stick, with it being underneath the forearm part. Okay, not the rail part out front, but underneath the forearm. Looked like to me the shot's on line, but she's a little low, like maybe 2 inches. Trigger stick shot, 50 yards laser. I had to hold that thing still now. It's a single pole trigger stick, not one of them forking jobs, okay? I'll shoot 1 more with a trigger stick, and then we're going to shoot off the hood of my truck resting on a pillow. That's still a laser 50 yards. 2 off the trigger stick. Now, personally, I thought I stayed behind the bow better on this shot, and I believe the shot looks a little better. I don't claim to be no trigger stick expert or anything shooting off of one. But if you're going to shoot off of one, I can tell you right now, you better shoot a few shots. And you better shoot them a little farther than what you intend to shoot a deer. It might build your confidence. I'm almost at the target now. Still a little low. I still say that's a good shot. Okay. For a single pole, now one of them forking jobs, I've not used one, okay? 2-legged trigger sticks. Okay, next up we're going to shoot off the truck hood off a pillow with it resting on the forearm resting on top of a pillow on the hood. I'll show the setup. This exercise is going to be 2 shots at 50 yards laser. I'm shooting from the same spot. I paid attention to where I was shooting off the ground here with that old lead sled. We're going to put this pillow, you see this the camera, she's going to be laying about like that right there, okay, on that bow. And I'm standing up, and I won't be touching this bow with my left hand. I'll just rest it on this pillow right here against my shoulder and fire it, okay? 2 times, 50 yards laser, stand by. 1 off my truck hood on a pillow with no touching the bow with my right hand, okay? She's right down the pike, but one problem, she's high. We'll show it to you. That's the first shot off the pillow on the truck hood. sort of free-handed on that pillow with my right hand against my shoulder. We're gonna shoot this again. Just make sure nothing went wrong, you know, the first time. See some kind of consistency as far as what that pillow and that setup's doing to this crossbow and point of impact. Off my truck hood. Interesting result here. Shot down the line as far as on the target, but shot low. Right, and there's where she hit. Okay. Now, just for gee whiz, I'm going to slip that lead sled back down on the ground and fire at it. Okay, let's just make sure nothing's happened to this bow. Off the lead sled. Same boat number 7, after shooting it off that truck hood or seeing what she was doing, just to make sure nothing happened to the bow. I'll take you down here and let you look. Shot of the day for that bow, and you see she's awfully close to the dot off the lead sled, so I don't think there's nothing wrong with that bow. It also tells me I don't need to be shooting it off that pillow on that hood, trying to figure out anything with that bow either, with scope adjusting and any of that mess. Now, folks will use whatever method they want to zero their bows. Some people shoot free-handed. Some people are real good at longer shots free-handed. You do what you want. I just did this these demonstrations, give everybody an idea of what they might be up against, depending on what method they choose. I hope y'all enjoyed the video.